both women's 15s and 7s coach for Hong Kong. Kane, you've been in this position many times for the championships, both in the 15s and 7s. What can we expect from this game today?
Oh, thanks, Di. Thanks for having me here. First, look, I don't think the weather's going to help today, but I'd expect a good old battle between both forward packs today and teams probably kicking for territory.
And how do you think that this weather, dreadful weather overnight, thunderstorms warning in Hong Kong, the ground staff under the direction of Melvin Bryers and Robbie McRobbie have done a fantastic job on clearing the rain off the field. How do you think? How do you think this game will go?
Yeah, look, I think it's going to be very tight. It probably plays into Hong Kong's hands a bit more than Japan's. There's a lot of pace in Japan's team, but for us, Hong Kong will be good.
That's great, and this is the last game in the Asian Rugby Women's Championship, and there we can see on screen now the standings. Kazakhstan having a fine win over Hong Kong in Almaty earlier in April, 40 points to 0. Japan then reversing that result in Tokyo 2 weeks ago. And indeed, this is the last game, and Hong Kong pointless at this time, Kane. So it's a tough afternoon ahead for Hong Kong.
Yeah, they are pointless, but from last year's result, they beat Japan, and I'm sure Japan didn't enjoy that. So Hong Kong want to keep those bragging rights. And
there we see Grant Jameson, Director of Finance for the Hong Kong Rugby Union, being introduced to the girls as we build into this game. Who do you think will be the key players for Hong Kong today, Kane?
Well, again, on a day like today, you're going to look at some key forwards, and they'll probably be captain Christy Jang, probably Emily Sir as the open side flanker, and hopefully I can get Natasha Olsen-Thorne involved as well, and get a bit of go for it in the back line.
And I believe, Kane, you're at the Institute of Sport now, and I believe there's a number of these girls on the Sevens programme, so training full-time as they prepare for this 15s championship game at home this season.
Yeah, there's 15 girls part of the program that's in this current 23, and 12 of them are full-time as well. So there's a good chunk there, and geez, I can tell you what, Di, they do train very, very hard and very ambitious and very driven.
And just moving over to the Japanese girls as well, a fantastic story there in the centre today. Ryo Karuji winning her first cap today, but significantly only turning 17 a couple of weeks ago. So a fine opportunity for her in the centre today, and exciting prospects ahead as we move towards the formal introductions. Ruth Mitchell, a prominent individual there in women's rugby in Asia over the years as well, being introduced to the Hong Kong girls, and a fantastic opportunity, a fantastic game ahead of us today. So we watch the party just treading lightly through the soggy pitch, an indication of how difficult it's going to be this afternoon. And we'll just pause for a moment to rise for the anthems.
And please remain standing for the national anthem of the People's Republic of China.
great anthems there, and here we go. So as we move towards kick-off time now, the game being taken charge of by Marco Wu from China, with Hong Kong's own Gabrielle Lee on the sideline, with Salha Suden on the AR roles today. Going to be a tough game to administer, particularly in the contact area, Keynes, for these officials.
Yeah, that's right, and look, accuracy is going to be massively important for both teams here. I think I'd expect a few mistakes, but look, it's going to be a good fight out there.
And as we all know, as has been mentioned, this is the first of 2 games at Aberdeen Stadium this afternoon. Join us later as well for the men's game, the final game in the Asian Rugby Championships for the men. And it'll be interesting to see how this pitch holds up with this important game for both sides. Let's talk a little bit, Kane, about what we can expect in terms of what can Hong Kong achieve. Can they move up the table today? And obviously Japan are looking for the second win to secure the championships.
Yeah, look, I think they've got the right mix of players in there, and they've been working hard in the last 3 weeks. They had a trial game last weekend as well. So, you know, look, I think they're still battled hardened. I think they hurt from that game against Kazakhstan, and they probably want to right a few wrongs they had over there in Almaty.
That's great. So as we wait for Marco Wu to just check with the sidelines, ready to go, and yep, we're ready to kick off. Saki kicking off for Japan, playing from right to left in the red strip. As we're watching Hong Kong in the navy, great take by Amelie Sewer, carrying up. You can see the water on the pitch now. First contact area, a little bit messy. And an early turnover, it's an indication really as we move forward how difficult it's going to be. So an early turnover in a great attacking position for the Japanese team. Great carry, great cleaning, and you can see the water. Lovely little break, early break. Little inside ball there by Japan. Fantastic carry by number 3, Ito. Now looking for quick ball, but again there, turnover ball at the contact there. Amelie Sewer just about to calm things down. Taken in by Amelie Sewer. Great support from the rest of the Hong Kong pack. Another pick and go by Chrissy Gordon. And just back into the slot, but again, unsteadying the game down. Marco's seen an offside infringement just on the fringes of that ruck by Japan. So pretty frenetic opening couple of minutes, particularly in this weather. An indication again, seeing the splashes of the water coming up the contact of Kane. Is going to be a tough 80 minutes ahead.
Yeah, certainly he has 2 turnovers already, but what a fantastic jackal there from Adrian, number 15, to get Hong Kong back the ball.
Chance for Aggie Poon now to find a bit of distance on his kick, but not a particularly good clearance by Aggie Poon there. Just taking the line out to the edge of the Hong Kong 22. And Royce Chan at hooker with the first feed of the first line out. Great secure ball, clean ball. Coming off the top, very dangerous. Marco Wu catching the back line, the Japanese back line offside there, encroaching before the ball came away from the line out. So again, another chance for Aggie Poon to put the ball up, and it will be a game of inches today, Kane. 10 and 15 metres gained each time up the touchline, but a fine opening line out for Hong Kong.
Yeah, absolutely, and a great spot there by Marco as well. So the Hong Kong girls aren't in a hurry to get going. They just want to slow down, get themselves set, go through the processes and be accurate. So here we go again.
And indeed, if we go back to this time last year, very similar conditions actually when these two sides met in the what was the Asian Rugby Championship last year, with 4 teams involved. Hong Kong competing in a narrow win this time last year. A bit messy at that line out. Marco Wu calling a crooked feed by Royce Chan. That line out, option given to Japan. They've opted for the scrum. This will be very interesting as well. The footing dreadful at the moment at Aberdeen Stadium, so the scrum will be depowered, and will be interesting to see now as Japan feed this scrum. Inuku feeding his scrum for Japan. Nice clean ball away, playing up on the gain line. Great carry, great quick ball. Good defence by Hong Kong, just keeping Japan on the gain line, but some great retention in this weather. And Japan early on indicating they are going to play a bit of rugby, move into fourth phase already. Fantastic carry there by number 8. Toga for Japan, another clean ball. Great ball retention in these weather conditions. Great ball carry there by number 13, the new cap, just 17 years of age, getting into this game very early. Some great retention, but there, unfortunately, there's the knock-ons. But again, some great retention. I think we went about 8 phases then by the Japanese girls, and in these conditions, fantastic. But some good defence by Hong Kong as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what Japan's all about. They're about speed, they're about accuracy as well. And you know, a bit of clinical there by Japan, but just Hong Kong being patient, not sinking the numbers into each breakdown, and a bit of line speed too, making their tackle. So it's good to see. Good start from them.
Yeah, and some early touches as well by this young girl in the centre for Japan, Kuruji. Some great opportunities. Only just turned 17 a couple of weeks ago, so it'll be interesting to see what sort of afternoon she has in these conditions. The great scrummage by Japan there to turn the ball over on a Hong Kong feed, early ball. And great ball carry there by number 12, Blue. Another pick and go. Oh, and there's another indication. Unfortunately, Japan are playing some fantastic stuff already early in this game. They've come to play rugby, come with an intent, even though the footing's poor and the conditions are poor. Some great and entertaining rugby already played.
Yeah, it's good run by the number 8 there, and she looks like she's going to be a player that they're going to have to try and stop pretty quickly, so she doesn't get any momentum going.
So a huge scrum for Hong Kong. As Sam Sham puts the ball in for Hong Kong, pushed off the last one. Big scrum for Hong Kong to see where they're at. Needing to secure possession. Aggie Poon just slotting into the pocket, as we call it, just behind the scrum. Great scrummage again by Japan, putting us under pressure. Great pick and go by Chrissy Gordon. Fantastic opportunity to get 30 metres upfield, presented. Yeah, great ball carry again, some great play again. So some great wiping out the contact area. And Hong Kong playing from deep, difficult to clear their lines, but again, good ball retention into their 3rd and 4th phase. Back against the grain. An opportunity there to clear their lines, but a poor kick under the pressure. And here's trouble on the counter-attack. Wing Homa taking it in, giving momentum to the play for Japan. Lovely structure. 9 keeping the ball nice and short and comfortable. Fantastic again. Great support by the Japanese girls. Unfortunately, there we go again. I think we're going to see an afternoon of spilt balls, but again, Hong Kong trying to play out of defence, going to 3 and 4 phases, and then a loose kick, which Japan capitalised on in terms of turning. Homa, the wing, carrying up on the left-hand side, and some great ball retention then for 3 or 4 phases. Unfortunately, in these conditions, again, the ball being spilled. So again, another tough scrum. Great position, field position for Japan. And, Hong Kong with a feeding head. And looking with their setup. Maggie Poon, 2 kicking options. Maggie Poon and BB Lee in the 2 kicking slots. Little slip flip up by Sean to BB Lee. No chance there to kick clear, but watch great footwork and great drive by the Hong Kong girls. BB Lee carrying the ball forward to give a platform. Countered up by Japan. And you can see with that close shot of the kind of conditions these girls are playing. The quick tap and goal by Sun. Both sides trying to play, realising really they're not going to clear their lanes through their kicking game. So they're looking to actually play high risk stuff. Great carry by Chrissy Gordon again from number 8, a prominent player in this Hong Kong pack. Good ball retention, moving up over 4 phases again in these conditions is fantastic. Sam Kurian, no chance for BB Lee to put the ball up straight down the throat of Japan's number 15, Sasaki. Ball carries up. The moment what we're seeing is some great phases by both teams, 3 and 4 phases. No mistake. The other team trying to build. gets the kick. Charge down there. Some great pressure by Melody. Melody Lai. Fantastic tackle out in midfield by
Good turnover.
Natasha Olsen-Thorne.
Well done, now they're starting to speed up the game, which is really good to see. Both teams keeping the ball in hand as well. It's rugby, which is great to see.
Yeah, great tap and goal there by Sam Sham.
Keep that momentum going. Don't slow it down, girls.
It's going to be one of those goal games. It's difficult to see the footage and the numbers on the backs. Pick and go, lovely little kick into space there by Bibi Lee, a young talent in the Hong Kong ranks. Great follow-up, but again a great gather by Homa, the number 11 for Japan, giving them a base now. But it's the first time the Hong Kong girls have been into the attacking zone of the Japanese girls. Great ball carry there again by Matatoga, and giving them the base. But again, you can see came from that the tough kick, tough clearance kick then by Yamatoa, the number 10 for Japan. And it's going to be a tough game, but first opportunity for Hong Kong, attacking zone, and an opportunity for Raj Chand and the team to build an attacking platform.
Yeah, again, just the Japanese team, just accurate in what they do. The kick went through, they went down on the ball, didn't stay up high. They're just so accurate in terms of their core basic skills, which is great to see. A good chance now for Hong Kong.
10 minutes into this game, 0-0. First attacking opportunity for Hong Kong. Oh, but a great pinch by Japan, but they're under pressure in these conditions. Great counter-attack by Amelie Sewer. But the Japan girls back, secure in possession. Great pick and go there around the fringe by Suzuki, the number 7 for Japan. Again, under pressure, unable to clear the line. So I think we're going to see a little bit of what we saw for the first 10 minutes was Japan camped in the Hong Kong 22. Hong Kong have survived and moved up into the Japanese 22 and now struggling to clear their lines. So Bush Chan, great feed down to the front of the line out. Unfortunately, knocked on there, ball coming off the top. Kane, just interesting, all the ball at the moment from the Hong Kong team's coming off the top of the lineup. They don't seem to possess a driving lineup type game, which maybe in these conditions would be advantageous in this position to give cleaner ball to the halfbacks.
Yeah, that's right. Look, I think there's a lot of pressure too on the throw and on the jump as well. But yeah, it just seems as if it's coming off the top. So you know, I'd like to see them drive the ball, but just test how good are they defensively on driving the ball.
So head and feed to Japan just inside their 22. 10 minutes or 12 minutes into this final game of the Asian Rugby Women's Championship, Japan versus Hong Kong, if you're just joining us. And it's a fine clearance kick in these conditions by Japan, moving the game upfield to 40 minutes out from their line, but giving the set piece to the Hong Kong team. I was trying to feed the line out. Again, scrappy ball. Great line of work, defensive line up by Japan. Cleaned up.
Good charge down, here we go.
Pressure, great support from the Hong Kong pack. They can go around the fringe there. Great support by Chrissy Gordon. Amelie Sewer on the pick and go. Some Sham now feeding it. And that's
Great
aggressive,
ball.
great ball there. Looking, Natasha Olsen-Thorne just carrying. Again, scrappy, unfortunately. But some great play. It's scrappy, it's not pretty. But Kane, the girls are trying to play some rugby out there.
Yeah, which is fantastic to see. Just positive rugby on a day like this. It's really, really good to see. And again, Japan, they're accurate in what they're doing. Just they can get better boot to ball, and they'll find themselves down this end of the field. So let's see what they do here. Get a bit of strike on the ball.
Japan quite dominant with the set piece at the moment, winning the lineup ball, Hong Kong's lineup ball, and turning a few scrums over. Again, it's their feed now, dominant scrum, so should work off a solid platform. Indeed, there we are. And again, the Japanese team very much adopting the similar kind of stance to Hong Kong and trying to work the phases from defence. But again, an early mistake this time, not going through So forward pass judged there by Marco Wu from China. And an opportunity to take charge of this women's international, top Asian women's international. Hong Kong finishing the tournament runners-up last year behind Japan, but in a position needing a win today to repeat that #2 ranking. An opportunity 30 meters out from the Japan line. Base, interesting scrum feed by Sun Shom. Ball getting caught in his second nose feet. Oh, lovely little flick out by Chrissy Gordon at #8. And Adrian Garvey, lovely little off-road off the floor, half break. Sun Sham taking it on, great support by the pack. And Marco Wu judging up, and they're off. They're wanting to play. No chance of slowing this game down. Great ball carry by Natasha Orphan, staying on her feet, a strong player, full-time player in the sevens environment. And there again then, the Japanese and Sun Shom taking a quick ball.
Keeping the tempo up again, a bit of advantage by the looks of it.
Just 3 meters out. This is fantastic play by the Hong Kong girls. If they can recycle the ball, there's an opportunity here, and 1 or 2 scores in this game could be the difference today. Huge opportunity here. Pick and go by Royce Chan around the fringes. Great defense by the Japanese girls. Fantastic. Ball available again. Sun Shom. Lots of defenders around the fringes. But opportunities here. And there's the overlap. Should the ball have gone from Aggie Poon there? But Japanese girls being adjudged to be, again, holding on at the contact area. Tap and go. And that's her finest. Another tap and go. And Hong Kong, fantastic try in the corner. Just looking out now. Just looking as they come back. What a fantastic. I think it's your first touch of the game out on the wing for. Just looking at the number there on Kane. Can you see?
Ivy Kwong from
Ivy Kwong from Hong Kong. What a fantastic opportunity try. I think it's Ivy's first touch of the ball, but some great build-up play, particularly from #9 Sun Sham, who's kept the pace of the game at #9 for Hong Kong. Kept the pace of the game, tapping and going on 4 occasions there before a tough and a strong Japanese defense finally broke in.
And look, and that's usually what Japan do to the opposition as well. They keep the tempo up, so it's good to see Hong Kong want to take them on their own game, and they've been successful. You know, great little finish there by Ivy. She's again a full-time player at the Hong Kong Sports Institute, and from a fantastic little club here in Hong Kong, Taipo Dragons. And she's stuck loyal to her club as well. And they played Division 2, but they've got a national player in the team.
Yeah, fantastic opportunity to try. And in the first 10 minutes, you wouldn't have seen that one coming. So an early lead in this game being taken by Hong Kong, probably against the run of play, but they've worked hard to gain the field position and opportunity. Probably the infringements, the penalties given by Marco Wu presenting that opportunity. But Hong Kong leading 20 minutes into this first half of this Asian Rugby Women's Championship, 5-0. At the Aberdeen Stadium. If you just join us, the light's already on at 1:15 in the afternoon in Hong Kong, so you can see that it's a pretty overcast and dreary day in Hong Kong. But Japan to kick off.
It'll be crucial now, Di, to ensure they get possession from here, Hong Kong, and get out of the ball, just stop on the ground.
Ball stopping in it, but a great carry by Chrissy Gordon, prominent already in this first 20 minutes. Great footwork by the Hong Kong girls. Both sets of players wanted to play. Now we're talking high risk, but some great hands in these conditions. Oh, unlucky there. Some great interplay, albeit behind the gain line, but in these conditions not being able to get momentum, but some quick hands, and unfortunately there. Christy Chang's forward pass being adjudged forward to Aggie Poon out on the wing. It would have been great to see Aggie with 20 or 30 metres of space in front of her, a former Asian Games athlete at the Institute of Sport in Hong Kong and now playing full-time rugby. It would have been great to see her, but unfortunately Marco Wu are judging it forward. And getting a good call. So head and feed to Japan on the edge of the Hong Kong 22. An early opportunity, having gone 5-0 down. For Japan to attack the game out. Great ball out, solid base. Again, looking to play, secure ball, just again, great carry by Natatoga. Fantastic carry into midfield. A bit lateral, as they were coming. So again, only just contacting, only just getting over the game line. Hint of a knock on at that ruck, but judged to be able to play on. And another penalty. Be interesting at half time, Kane, to see this penalty count. Hong Kong seem to be getting the favours in terms of the contact area and indeed the base. So again, an early call on a penalty and time for Aggie Poon to settle things down and take the play back at the touchline for another Hong Kong feed at this line out.
Yeah, probably Marco probably needs to have a little chat to the Japanese captain as well, and just make them aware of that high penalty count. But geez, with the solid scrum that Japan have, I'd be trying to get their number 8 to take that ball off, and she is a damaging runner. So maybe they'll make that little change after half time.
They pay him, yeah, exactly. They pay him behind the gain line and not crossing the gain line to the scrum. So line out to Hong Kong. Again, a messy area of the game so far, particularly for Hong Kong. That's the third or fourth they've not returned cleanly, although they've won this one, have early possession and a chance to build through some phases. Again, a penalty advantage being played here for Hong Kong. I'm sure that we get over it. Hong Kong will get over the gain line in these kind of conditions. But Margot still playing the advantage. Maybe the third phase, 20 meters behind play. Again, good ball retention, good defence by Japan. Natasha also thrown a strong runner again, getting over the gain line. And that's the key today, is playing up on the gain line and making sure you get your runners in. Lovely little base for BB Lee to clear, but straight into the hands of the wing. Bowman for Japan, prominent in this first half, and because the ball's been kicked to her. And again, an opportunity here now for Japan to build. And a bit of defensive play here.
Here she goes again.
And that's a fine break by number 8, Adatoga. And that's the name of the game. We just spoke about the Kane, but she's gained 40 or 50 metres. Managed to get Japan on the front foot, and now another opportunity to, I think the arm's gone up by Marco Wu, the referee, maybe playing an advantage here, but a clean ball again. And the kicking tactic, and that's a fine kick. That's going to put the Hong Kong girls under pressure. Oh, and unlucky. What a fine bit of vision there by number 10, Yamatoaka. Total fantastic crossfield kick. And in these conditions as well, it was luckily it was on a drier part of the field, because that would have planted in the in-goal area. Here we see it again. Some great vision. Crossfield kick. And on another part of the field, that ball would have held up, and that would have been try time for Japan. But fortunately for Hong Kong, the goal skidding off the wet surface and going dead.
Not a bad option at all, though. You know, just being able to put it down on the ground, put the ball to boot on behind them, and put pressure on them.
And these girls are putting their bodies on the line, particularly these forwards at the contact area. Cleaned up again. Amelie Sue putting her body on the line, and then to give Chrissy Gordon an opportunity. Great ball on. What a great ball carry by Natasha Orton-Thorne. Great ball inside by Aggie Poon to Adrian Gavi. Great Sun Shum up in support. Quick ball now required. Great pick and go on the contact area by Hong Kong. Fantastic play into play between the centre and wing. Chrissy Gordon back in play as well. Prominent number 8 in his first 25 minutes again. Picking and going, but a great defence around the fringes. Ball out to BB Lee.
Penalty advantage.
BB Lee, but again, a mistake being made. And as Kane has just pointed out, I think the referee Kane now needs to start to speak to the
Here we go.
Japanese if these are being called, or indeed at that point he is. I think he's getting a little bit cheesed off now with the number of penalties being given against the Japanese team.
Enterprise in play there by Hong Kong. You know, happy to run it out deep in their own half, and you know, just a bit of continuity going on, and it's good support play. And now they're in their opposition half. So.
Yeah, a nice little interplay there between two girls you'll know very well at the Institute of Sport. Play together in the sevens, centre and wing. But Natasha Orton-Thorne and Aggie Poon combining really well there. And then the offside offload inside to Adrian Garvey, who's just come into the setup as well. So great interplay there, and straight off the sevens path.
Yeah, you've got Tasha's the power and Aggie's the speed on that sevens field, and it's a great combination to have.
And that's a great
There we
take.
go.
First take.
Line out drive.
First clean take, and we were talking earlier about the line out option. Just about to get it. It was clean ball. Some great runners. But there's the spilled ball, and that's the danger. Spilled ball opportunity back to, and that's a fine kick by Japan into space forcing Hong Kong back deep into their own half. Picked up by Adrian Garvey, looking to counter-attack, some great footwork. Fantastic by Adrian Garvey, returning at 20 metres, and now she's got in front of her to support. Early ball to Aggie Poon up the left-hand side, offload to Natasha Olsen-Thorne. Ball carried in, some great ball retention. Natasha Olsen-Thorne acting as the dummy half. Little offload then, clean ball again, going into our third and fourth phase in these awful conditions. Ball back to BB Lee, that's a kick. Wide, see the sort of thought behind the kick wasn't long enough, and it's opened up a huge opportunity for Japan. And this Namo, who's been very prominent, it's the number 15 ball carrying up into the contact area. I think you'll see a pick and go around the fringes here. Got to stay on the, that's a great, but Matsuo, great offload, and what a fine play. We talked about this number 8 earlier in the game, and what a great pick and go around the fringes by number 8 for Japan. Matatogo. Fantastic carry, a little offload, and then the scrum being scored by Takano. Fantastic try by number 6 from flanker Maki Takano. Also a great play, and probably mistakes being made there, Kane, by the Hong Kong girls. BB Lee is having a great game, a young 19-year-old product of Gai Wu, perhaps on that occasion, perhaps needing to kick the ball long rather than working the wide sort of crossfield kick, which went straight into the hands of the Japan fullback, who created the platform for the attacking, and then indeed to level the scores up before this kick.
Yeah, just like a little prod there from BB. So yeah, got to get that ball down that far into the field and put pressure on it that way. And that's how they scored their first try as well, through pressure.
And fine kick attempt there by Al Tasaka, but just falling short under the bar. So 30 minutes into this game, and it's all square at the Aberdeen Stadium.
Yeah, good game so far, and again, we talked about how positive both teams are playing, and so I hope that continues now. And
so as the Hong Kong girls walk back up towards the spring in the step of the Japanese girls, getting ready for this kickoff. Weary walk back, as Japan did when they score. So it's a tough old game on the legs, and 26 minutes into this game, and it's 5 apiece. Kick off there by Hong Kong, by BB Lee. Great gathering and drive by number 7, Suzuki for Japan. A fine clearance kick, but gathered in by Adrian Gavi. But then a fine work in gathering it in, but putting a wing under enormous amount of pressure with a wayward pass in these conditions. And spilled by Ivy. Kwong out on the wing and presenting an attacking platform straight back to Japan, but some great jackal-in work there out wide again by scrum half Song Shong for Hong Kong, and another turnover and penalty. So messy to say the least, but both sides trying to be very, very positive in their approach to this game in these awful conditions.
hopefully this line-out now will just give them an opportunity to sort of calm down now and go back to what they're good at, and that's processes with this team, and start building a platform into the opposition's 22.
Aggie Poon settling into a kicking game as well. A couple of early poor kicks to touch, but now gaining 25-30 metres on the last two to touching in these conditions. That's exceptionally important. So Royce Chan, the last line out fed by Hong Kong was cleaner. Let's see what they can do with this one. It's a great counter jump by Japan. A wayward kick. Chance for Aggie Poon to feel the ball. Great palm off by Adrian Garvey, and on the counter attack, Adrian Garvey not even able to keep her feet. Yeah, and unfortunately just got isolated there, but fine work as well by the Japanese girls to get over the top of the ball, and Adrian Garvey judged to be holding on to the ball there. Fine play by Inu for number 9 for Japan, turning the ball over there, and now giving the Japanese girls the time to settle things down and under there. Line out just on the Hong Kong 10-meter line. So Japan to field this line out. Japan to field this line out in these awful conditions, not getting any better. Fine take at the front of the line out. Again, playing the ball away off the top. Both sides seem to want to get this ball away from the line-up, but put themselves under pressure, getting caught again 10 metres behind the game line, being picked up. Little fumble there, out wide, but now number 9, starting to have an influence on this game. The kicking game is good, but Adrian Gavi back in the 22, stopping dead in the water, and managing to settle things down into the lines. But at scrum half 4, Japan is starting to have quite an influence on this game, King.
Yeah, that's right, and I think she's starting to feel a lot more confident putting the ball over the top from the base of the ruck as well, and it's paid dividends too. So good to see. Good to see too. Captain Chrissy Jan going over to Adrian too. Adrian's gone through a lot of work, and she's doing a good job there, best she can. So good to see that support for her as well.
I think as we settle things down, just an injury there to the Hong Kong tight head. Sammy should be okay, seems to have had a smack in the nose, but I think it'll be, if we were to make an observation, Kane, the lineouts are very, very scrappy at the moment, but the lineouts that the girls are winning, they seem to be wanting to play away from the contact area, almost dry weather stuff, where we haven't seen, well, we've seen Hong Kong try to drive one, but we've seen dry weather lineout work rather than what we call the old wet weather menu.
Yeah, and just that last line out with Japan, great win at the front of the lineup, but then they put it off the top. It's a big old pass in the wet for 9 to get it to a first receiver as well. So hopefully that's what you got to do. Each 4-pack's got to test how well the opposition defends that driving wall.
Yeah, Hayu Jaji, the number 4 for Japan, is having a fine game in the second row and dominating the line-out both. And she's pinched a few line-outs, and indeed is securing some great ball, and I wonder if the tactics will change at half-time. There she is again up in the line. Oh, commentator's nightmare. It's her first mistake. She's going to knock it on the line-out.
But you jinxed her. You jinxed her, didn't you?
Yes. We've had I think a blood substitution probably there, King.
Yeah, Lee Ka-shun's come on, Shunny, Player of the Year a couple of years ago for this national 15s team, and she is a hard worker, that's for sure. So she'll be chomping at the bit for the scrum, that's for sure.
Hopefully Tammy Lau will be okay and she'll return after the blood has stopped flowing from her nose. Feed here for some. Sham at the playing up on the game line. Natasha Olsen's Thorne carrying the ball, fantastic ball carry. Being put down after the crossing the game line by 10 metres. Great platform back to Adrian Gavi. They're under pressure in these conditions. Great pressure from the Japanese girls, turning the ball over on the edge of the Hong Kong 22. And again, some great and fine play by the tight forwards for Japan. And again, it seems to break down when they tend to go wide. Great tackle there by Amelie Sewer, defending out in midfield, number 6 for Japan, for Hong Kong, sorry. Quick ball again. Great ball carry. Both girls, Japan playing some great rugby. Ball just have gone back there, so it's play on by Marco. Game is slowed again, now need to build the game around the fringes. And here's one of the first and early penalties given away by Hong Kong at the contact area for not staying on their feet. So again, some great play in these conditions. I'm really enjoying this game. It's a game of cat and mouse, but time to slow things down again and take the Japan line out up into the Hong Kong 22, and an opportunity just as we move towards the half time. 7 minutes to go to half time. An ideal opportunity now for Japan to build their game inside the Hong Kong 22. Just an approach by Japan, number 7, their flanker. Suzuki feeding the line out. Interesting to see how great. And we're just talking about the driving line. The message seems to get on. This is the first time that Japan have tried to build it. Fine defence by the Hong Kong pack. Ball at the tail. It's going back now, but now they've broken clear. But more control now and something to build on. All gone back there. Messy and scrappy. Great, I can't see that, but Natasha Olsen-Thorne, unlucky. What a great opportunity there. Unfortunately, she didn't take it. Well spotted by Margaret. You have to take it on the mark, but again, great indication of the way the two teams are playing in terms of positiveness in these conditions. It's fantastic to see Natasha Olsen-Thorne trying to keep the pace of the game high, but wasn't allowed on that occasion, so it gives Aggie Poon the opportunity to clear and take the pressure off the Hong Kong girls by finding touch.
The Japanese girls again look organised there on their drive, but Hong Kong countered that very, very well, and an excellent turnover to hit this penalty. I'd like to see the girls. Japan will probably put up 2 and 4. So I think they really need to try and win the ball at 2, but just speed off the ground. Try and beat their 2 jumper.
Chrissy Chan just joining the line-up late. It's a fine ball there. Great clean ball. Just need to see now whether they play. Oh, great line by Adrian Garvey getting over the game line in these conditions. Fantastic. Now the opportunity to clear the contact area and continue to play. Great carry by Royce Chan into the contact area. Great clean. Sun moving the ball away quickly to number 7, Chrissy Chan. Recycling the ball well. Lovely little ball behind. Great footwork by Amelie Shaw. Ball on the deck, but ball gone back. And there's that bit of a wild kick straight down the throat of number 11. Unfortunately for Hong Kong on that occasion, Namo unable to feel that ball, but it's a shame, Kane. There was some great build up there, and as a young 10 coming into the game, BB's working really well. I've watched her at club level throughout the season. She's been fantastic. She's only 19 years old, and just on a couple of occasions, I think Chris Garvey, the Hong Kong coach, will be talking to him at half time to settle things down. They shouldn't be kicking to the open side of the play, particularly when you've got the threatening wing, the number 11 Namo for Japan. Yeah,
he's got to put a bit more power onto the ball there and get it through. But yeah, great product from Tin Shui Wai Eagles, and playing a senior rugby at Guy Wu, so good to see a young girl.
I'm getting the wings mixed up as well. It's Homa, sorry, for Japan, the number 11, who's been significant into these balls. Apologies for that. Back in Japan, Homa being very significant in fielding these wayward kicks and then returning and putting the Hong Kong girls under pressure. But another penalty. It'll be interesting to see at half time the penalty count against them for both teams. Opportunity for Aggie Poon here now to put the Hong Kong team into a good attacking position as we move into the final 3 minutes of the first half here at the Aberdeen Stadium in a very, very damp and dismal Saturday afternoon in Hong Kong. Nice little lineup variation then, and Yusua taking the ball up on the fringes. Quick ball out to Bibi. Lovely little switch play then into Natasha Olsen-Thorne, powerful centre playing for Hong Kong today. Lovely little sweep around there. And a lovely little carry there by number 4 from Causeway Bay.
Great miss pass.
Great miss pass. Putting Adrian Garvey clear. Can she get the ball away now? Staying on her feet, just 3 or 4 metres out. A huge opportunity here for Hong Kong. Just needing to clear that ball away, and the hand is up again. This is very critical. It's a free play here almost. Need to turn this pressure into points. Great carry into midfield. Looking to recycle, coming back against the grain there. Ball going backwards, or is that the judge too? Indeed, a penalty being given for not rolling away at the contact area. Something's got to be done here with regards to the number of penalties. That's, for me, Kane didn't want to slow the game down, but let's get back to the action here. Great carry by Chrissy Gordon into the contact area. Again, lovely little ball. Hong Kong girls keeping it nice and tight, and this is the name of the game now here. Yeah, and for a great little tackle, great tackle there, contact area. And Japan able to move the ball away and little knock on there, but again, Japan. But again, we've got to look at these number of these penalties now, and official.
Yeah, for me, that last penalty, she was just lying on that side, and I just think that's she's doing that deliberately, unfortunately.
Something's got to be done. You know, Marco Wu is now given double-figure penalties for the contact area infringements, and that was 2 or 3 meters out from the attacking zone. That's almost the red zone area that we accept as coaches and players, that if you're going to kill the ball there, you're probably going to end up with a yellow card. So I think a yellow card now, a card needs to be introduced somewhere along the way here to free up the contact area. There's lots of infringements, and often a warning of a yellow card.
Last opportunity before half-time, Di.
Yeah, probably the last play, or last but one play.
Good strong scrum.
Early ball out to Adrian Gavi, powerful runner, but stopped there well by the Japanese defence. Lovely little offload, fantastic little offloads there. Chrissy Chang in there cleaning out. Sun Sham offload to Amelie Sewer, looking to keep the ball in play, but again, sharp blast on the whistle and looking as if it's a penalty. Again against the Japan girls. These penalties are mounting. Opportunity to settle things down. But,
trying to
split play, split set play, 2 pods. The ball carrier, an opportunity, last opportunity probably before half-time. Great attacking position for Hong Kong. Clean ball distributed by Sun Sham. Lovely little dummy run. Natasha Olsen-Thorn carrying the ball up, staying strong on her feet, waiting for the support to get there. Big team dummy half required. Royce Chan playing dummy half for Hong Kong. Little offload to Chrissy Chang, number 7 for Hong Kong. Great ball presented. Sun Sham organising. Slowed down now again. We'll have to build again. Great carry into the contact area. Quick ball. Great quick ball. So pacing the game up now. Ball retention critical. Coming back against the grain. Here's the critical play. Great footwork by Natasha Olsen-Thorn, but then a little bit of off. But Hong Kong retaining possession. Ball adjudged to have gone back. Melody Lee retaining possession. Looks as if the Japan girls are coming in again from the side of the contact area, but very scrappy. Ball available to Hong Kong as we go into the 41st minute on the clock. Probably the last play of the half. Great pick and go. Melody Lee again picking up round the fringes. Good ball retention. The Hong Kong girls staying nice and tight. Sun Sham, and there's the mistake. Ball still in play. Knock on. Again, no, there he goes. Scrum indicated, but at the end of a frustrating first half in many respects, but 2 teams tried to play very positive rugby throughout the first half. Kane, what's your summary of that half?
Yeah, look, I think both teams again are playing positive, and Japan have definitely got a game breaker within their team with their number 8, and look, Hong Kong are hanging in there, which is good, and I think for them going into half-time at level 5-all, it's great.
Okay, thanks for joining us in the first half. So we get to half-time in the Asian Rugby Women's Championship 2015 final game. It's Hong Kong 5, Japan 5. Join us after the break at a wet and windy Aberdeen Stadium for the second half.
Hong Kong will need your support in the second half, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back to the Aberdeen Stadium in Hong Kong for the final game of the Asian Rugby Women's Championship between Hong Kong and Japan. If you're just joining us, the halftime score is Hong Kong 5, Japan 5 in a really tough, fought, hard and uncompromising first half where we saw lots of balls spilled in these dreadful conditions. I'm joined by Kane Jury, former Hong Kong women's 15s coach. Kane, your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, good first half, and look, good to see Hong Kong is out early. They obviously want to get a job done now, and they're focused. Christy Jane giving them a good chat, and by the looks of her hand signals, it looks like it's just going to be all upstairs and mentally being ready for this game. So no doubt Japan again, they should be looking at their set piece and trying to play off that and particularly get their number 8 back in the game.
Yeah, really. What do you think the coaches will be saying to both sides? What would you be saying in those changing rooms at half time? If you were, first of all, if you're Chris Garvey, the Hong Kong coach?
Yeah, look, I'll just be trying to get a bit of accuracy back in that particularly in our lineouts, just to see if we can get accuracy in there going, so we get a bit of front foot ball. Defensively, we're looking for them just to make their tackles, not overcommit to the rucks. And just probably when BB gets her foot onto the ball, just to try and get a bit deeper and just keep them stuck down in this half and play territory.
And Japan very dominant in the set piece, both at scrum and line, really winning the majority of the ball in the first half. Probably their coaching setup would probably be a little bit disappointed with the returns from the first half.
Yeah, and I think the first probably 3 or 4 phases are keeping the ball, and but it's when they get into phase 5, 6, particularly in this type of weather when the ball's slippery, they're just starting to lose a bit of control. So, you know, for me, they're setting good close targets, get the number 8 in the game, and just be prepared to play 10, 12 phases, and look, you open up Hong Kong.
So here we are, with Marco ready to start the second half. BB Lee just to about to kick off and get the second half underway, all to play for. Nice kick, a scrappy ball on the floor, but gathered in nicely by Japan. Early on, conditions getting worse and worse as we build to this afternoon. Great kick. Adrian Garvey coming for the ball but missing it. Great work there by Candy in the centre to clean things up for Hong Kong, to give them a base to work off. Chance for Hong Kong to build around the fringes now. Again, pick and go game has been critical today. Lots of penalties been given away at the contact area. Chance for BB Lee to clear, so every little kick into the... not being on that side, off the outside of the boot and straight in. So again, some interesting play to start the second half, and both teams again showing that they intend to continue to play. Yeah,
I just wonder if they try and swap Aggie Poon and put her in there, so when they're trying to play territory, get her in there. She's got a big boot on her. Doesn't need to be accurate, just keep her on the field and kick it down as far as you can.
Great line-up work again by the Japanese girls, and here's the difference now. Lovely ball carry over the contact, a lovely little interplay there. And this is fantastic play. Certainly has had an effect to Kell on the front foot and get over this game line at half time. Great ball carry there by the new cap, Kurugi, and a missed tackle there by by Hong Kong. Japan putting enormous pressure on this Hong Kong defence. Great footwork there by centre Patovakalu. Great ball carry again there by this prominent number 4 in the first half, Ayuji. Early ball again out into midfield, and here's a prominent runner there, and fantastic footwork by the number 8, Matatoga. Fantastic ball carry, and certainly is an indication here, Kane, at half time that the Japanese coaching team have said to play the gain line. There was no movement of the ball from the line across the it was about playing the gain, and again short ball up to this prominent number 8, Matatoga, coming prominent in the first try and taking Japan into an early lead in the second half.
Yeah, exactly the start they wanted as well, and just saw that pressure put on Hong Kong there, and being able to create turnovers, make line breaks, and then finding Matatago in a bit of space and a bit of room, she's able to break through some tackles. So great try by Japan. And
if our viewers notice, we are actually referring to Matatogo by her first name, because I don't know if you saw the surname come on screen then. It's quite a mouthful.
she's one of the stars for the Hong Kong after the Japanese sevens teams too. She's very good at sevens as well, and she can suck in some defenders, as you can tell.
So conversion unsuccessful. I don't think we're going to see many kicks go over today, Kane, with these conditions underfoot. So early in the second half, Japan taking a 5-point lead. A deserved lead with the number of possession that the Japanese girls have created and a fantastic build up to that try, moving it through 5 and 6 phases. They're breaking the Hong Kong defence. So BB Lee to kick off. A bit of height on it, straight into Japanese forwards. Again, more and more now. More and more number 9s. We talked about it. Number 9, Inu. More and more her kicking game is coming into play for Japan and keeping the Japanese on the front foot.
Yeah, in the first half, particularly the second part of the first half, they got some good gains from that, and obviously they want to start the second half the same as well.
Yamaguto just putting in the ball just on the halfway line. Japan will only just settle things down. They're dominant the set piece in the critical area. So what the last base came from for the try early in the second half. Number 7, feed the ball, great ball off the top again. Is it evident again? Bringing Nakatoga into play, getting over the gain line, staying on the gain line. Good tackle by Missy Chang, number 7 for Hong Kong. Messy penalty, arms gone up by Marco Wu. Then certainly a change in emphasis here. Second half, playing off 9, getting over the gain line. But fine positional play by Adrian Garvey at fullback for Hong Kong. Fielding that ball and giving it good return. Bringing play back up to the halfway line.
Yeah, but lucky there for Hong Kong. Looked like Japan had a penalty advantage for Hong Kong play not rolling away. So
interesting approach where they have Suzuki throwing the ball in, number 7. She's certainly accomplished, probably a hooker as well. Great off the top ball again. Now Japan starting to function, starting to get clean ball. Forwards wrapping around there. Great carry by number 2, Sato, for Japan into the contact, and 2 phases, and then we are looking at the Japan team now playing with territory. Great field by Adrian Garvey under a lot of pressure. She takes the ball in again. Great work by Adrian Garvey at fullback, giving Sun Sham the opportunity to build something, little offload to Amelie Sua. And some good controlled play. Now probably time to clear the lines, and there's a wild pass there by BB Lee and putting the pressure, turnover ball, and that huge opportunity here. Scramble defence from Hong Kong, but possession being secured by Japan on the turnover. I think there's another penalty coming here, yeah. Again, Japan being adjudged to come in from the side of the ruck situation here. And Margot Lee seems to be getting worn out. Another warning, verbal warning. Are we going to see him reach for his pocket on this occasion? And indeed we are. First yellow card of the game. We talked about it just before half time, Kane, and it seems a little bit harsh in the defending zone. But it's something that needed to be done to maybe clean this game up.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I think you're right, probably on the right end of the field, but need to clean up that contact area, that's for sure.
Agi Poon getting the opportunity to relieve the pressure from Hong Kong. A fine kick from midfield there, taking the game towards the Hong Kong 10-metre line. Just 5 minutes into the second half for those joining us at the Aberdeen Stadium, a wet and windy Aberdeen Stadium. Very wet conditions underfoot and tough rugby playing conditions. So Royce Chan feed the line out. Fantastic work again by the defensive lineup of Japan. Hong Kong unable to secure line-out possession at the moment at any level. But great pressure by Royce Chan, the contact area. Lovely little offload there to Chrissy Gordon, being set up. And then being adjudged to be holding on. So let's see who that was then, Kane, who actually got on the ball for Japan, but a great Jacqueline situation to turn the ball over. I missed the number then, but
yeah, Masaki.
Fine work at the contact area by her to stop momentum that indeed Hong Kong was starting to build. So again, time to settle things down. And certainly the two locks for Japan are having a huge influence on this game, both ball winning, they're carrying around the park. So you have number 4, Iwaji and Inui, both prominent and possession winners, and again a fine ball off the top into midfield. And if you notice now, they are using Matsu carrying into ball. She's been certainly been a change in tactics at half time, Kane.
Yeah, there definitely has been, and again we've got the kicking game going and get the number 8 carrying the ball as well. So
and a quick tap and go adopting the Hong Kong style first half. Quick tap and go, keeping the pace of the game, not allowing Hong Kong to settle. Adrian Garvey coming in there, looking for the jackal. Great gain line ball. Oh, that was great play. Unfortunately, referee just in the way with the judging the pass forward. Number 6, Sakuano, right on the gain line. Unfortunately, the ball being pushed forward. Great tackle there by Chrissy Chang for Hong Kong to stop the play 10 metres from the Hong Kong line. Forward pass forcing the mistake by Japan. So head and feed to some Sham, 10 metres out from the Hong Kong line. Well, under pressure, but great skirmish by Hong Kong. Great ball carried by Tasha Olsen, thrown into midfield. Looking now to secure possession.
So this might be another yellow card.
Indeed, I think that it is. Japan going down now to 13 girls, 13 women.
That key player off too, Di. I think that could change a little bit of momentum there for Hong Kong. 13 off the field and one of these strike players off.
It's interesting, isn't it, Kane? We talked about it at half-time. Marco Wu now getting fed up that the penalty count was in excess of 15 at half-time against Japan at the contact area mainly, and Marco Wu talking to his ARs and joint officials probably now deciding he's had enough, and 2 yellow cards in the first 10 minutes of the second half. First line at win for Hong Kong in some time. Good combination, and we've spotted the fact that they're down to 13 men, so staying on their feet is a great driving more, something that the coaches would have wanted to see first half. Told to play the ball. Ruby Lee, ball carrying into midfield. Hong Kong now looking to capitalise on Japan being down to 13 girls, 2 yellow cards. Great offload. Tasha Olsen thrown. Again, making ground into midfield. Presenting some great ball here with great ball carry again there into the contact area. Not making much ground. Ruby Lee. Hong Kong girls needing to be patient. And there, unfortunately, is the mistake. It's not a dry weather. There is the mistake. Unfortunately, there's a bit of naivety now, Kane, in this play, and with some great build-up. The forwards will be very disappointed. You've got Chrissy Chang working back there, and some of the more experienced forwards will be disappointed to see that ball being dropped out wide. I'm not sure whether Hong Kong have this kicking game, but for them, Hong Kong should have been looking to put the ball behind the Japanese girls from that deep inside their own half and maybe pressurise the kick.
Yeah, they're down, and the 2 players that are off the field too are from the forward pack. So I think that's where we're going to try and make inroads through that way as well. But yeah,
we just saw a shot of the 2 girls in the bin for those people joining us. Japan currently playing with 13 girls on the field. 2 yellow cards within the space of 2 minutes of each other. So we're going to spend 13 minutes. Sorry, you're going to spend at least a good 7 minutes with 30 men on the field, 13 girls on the field. And Hong Kong looking to take advantages. They can't clear their own lines at this moment in time. So head and feed to Japan. Again, scum under pressure. Turnover by, little knock on there in the contact area by Hong Kong, giving the head and feed. Valuable minutes ticking away. This is what Japan will want. They'll want to slow the game down to get those 2 girls back on the field. Put themselves up to the full complement, so it's about survival. It's about not giving anything away, maybe pinching the odd score, particularly when they've got field position in these dreadful conditions and difficult to clear your own lines. And the kicking game is not particularly long. So head and feed to Japan. Scrum will be under pressure. Down to 6. Goal scrum. Great pick and go to get over the game line there. Great tackle. Japan looking threatening. Good pressure there in midfield. And Melody Lee.
I'd just like to see Aggie just moving closer now. I know she's down the wing and they want to chase, but just for where they're at, get her in there at the first slot as the kicker and then just beat that ball down the field.
How you sounding like Coach Kane? You coach these girls, you know that Aggie's the longer kicker on the field, and Kane's talking about Aggie Poon, the Hong Kong winger, who's a prominent kicker, and talking about getting the kicking game going because Hong Kong can't seem to clear the lines. Good scrum, giving a base for Chrissy Gordon to pick and go. Great ball carry by Chrissy Gordon, staying on her feet, giving momentum. And it's at this time, great ball on Amelie Sewer. Now the momentum just dropping out the game. Now the tactics become critical. As ball to Adrian Garvey out in the wing from Sam Shum. Coming in from contact with the Japanese, just going to have to be so careful.
Yeah.
There's a hand gone up there. Was it a knock on? Was it a penalty?
No, it's a penalty. You see, off the feet.
Penalty again at the contact there off the feet. It is difficult, to be fair to the girls. It is very, very difficult to keep the feet. Hong Kong maybe playing a bit too much rugby now, maybe chasing the game. Plenty of time left in this game. But again, easier for teams to defend in these conditions. Great pick and goal by Adrian Garvey at fullback, playing the forward. Great defence by a 13 girl team.
Yeah,
And
good
then
spot.
forcing the mistake and the knock on by Aggie Poon. She carries into contact. I think now, Kane, just a comment in terms of you as a coach. I think the Hong Kong team are overplaying their hand now. They need to gain field position and maybe get an attacking platform deep in the half while Japan are down to 13 players.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to make them work hard for it. You know, get that ball down there and make them have to get up 80 metres up the field just to score a try, particularly when they're down to 13 players. So, yeah, they've got a good opportunity here to try and get a bit of momentum, so the momentum swinging towards their way. So, just a bit smarter, a bit more accurate with the boot. They'll be right.
So Japan forcing a mistake by Aggie Poon up on the wing. Some great defence and head and feet to their six-player scrum, although they pulled it back in there to give it more stability on the blind side. So head and feed. Hong Kong looking to pressurise the scrum. Great work by the Japanese front row to give stability. Again, playing up on the game now. Great tackle there, dislodging the ball in the tackle. The referee spotted an infringement out at the scrum time. So maybe offside on the early release of binding, but great tackle in midfield there by Chrissy Chang, but the referee going back to the penalty, and this is really playing into the Japanese hands now. Hong Kong making too many mistakes while Japan are down to this 13 player team. So
Yeah,
again,
just because they have those extra numbers doesn't necessarily mean, particularly in this weather, that you can just go chuck that ball around. That space will be there.
again, the prominent girls still on the field for Japan, who are controlling, dictating this line-out. So great line-out work there again by Japan. Looking to drive and looking to exploit. Having still got only 6 forwards on the field, but a lovely present. Working hard, great release of the ball. Staying up on the game line. Certainly a change of tactics at half-time. Clean ball again. Outside half. Yamatuta playing a prominent gain line game now, which she didn't do first half. So great work at half-time in terms of the coaching, changing the tactics. Dummy run there, great run by this young girl in the centre.
Well done, Natasha.
Fine defending, Natasha Olsen Thorne. Great jackal on tap and go, bringing energy into it for Hong Kong. Again, playing from deep, clean ball. Great carry by Hong Kong. Up the there's the mistake, unfortunately. Just overplay in their hand. Great turnover and an opportunity here for the counter-attack by Japan. Playing this clock down, but great gain line work again. His leg driving over, controlling the ball. Number 9. Inu getting the ball on the gain line, but there's another mistake in these conditions.
Give it to
Some
Eggy.
great hands there, and there's an opportunity here down the right hand side. Oh, well past them, but he's still gone back. There's an opportunity here still for Royce Chan following up well. Obviously, no, so it's some following it up well. Staying on the gain, and Amelie Sewer, ball carrying into contact. Just a little offload there. Important that Hong Kong get quick ball here. There's a overlap. Can they exploit it? Adrian Garvey, lovely little kick through.
Natasha Olsen-Thorne.
Great pick up on the run. Great footwork by Natasha, and this could be significant. What a fantastic saw by Natasha Olsen-Thorne, and significantly she's gone under the post to level the scores. 20 minutes. A great opportunist try. Lots of mistakes involved in it, but fantastic. Natasha Olsen-Thorne starting that movement back inside the half with a great Jacqueline turnover, tap and go. She started it way back, way back in the whole half, and then what a great opportunist try. Great hands. Adrian Garvey's kick through to free up Natasha Olsen-Thorne. Little scoop up, but significantly as well, taking the try under the posts. So the conversion to come and an opportunity for Hong Kong to take the lead. 15 minutes into the second, a lovely kick there by Adrian Garvey. Lovely footwork in these conditions by Natasha Olsen-Thorne, prominent throughout the game. Lovely dive under in these conditions, and a big conversion coming up.
Yeah, it's great to see Natasha starting the move.
There's there's a fantastic kick there by, come under the post by Adrian Garvey to take Hong Kong into a 2-point lead with all to play for, 25 minutes to go.
I suppose that's the momentum we sort of spoke about earlier on as well, and good to see Natasha. She started off the move and finished it off as well, but great line break as well from Candy. Royce is supporting to be able to clean up that messy pass, and then great pass from BB to Adrian. Adrian just seeing that space in behind, and great pick up by Natasha.
Certainly, and fantastic for her mum, who's a prominent supporter of Hong Kong rugby. I can see her with the Hong Kong flag in the stand earlier. She'd have certainly been at full throttle and full voice when Natasha's running in under the posts.
Absolutely, what a fantastic supporter she is for the team, for both 7s and 15s actually.
So here we go, what a swing around. Just looking now to see if there's any indication of the yellow cards coming back on. Yeah, we certainly have. They back up the full complement, but Hong Kong taking advantage of a 13 girl Japan team by scoring and taking the lead early in the second half. So a nice little footwork by Amelie Sewer then to take advantage of that deep kick by Japan off the kickoff. Great play again. So Japan, I'll get to the substitutions in a moment, but Japan significantly now bringing on fresh legs. Big hit, and Hong Kong indeed, and we'll come back to that when we settle down. Let's keep going with this game. It's exciting times in this tough fixture for the girls. That's a great kick. That's what Hong Kong are looking for. Now the Hong Kong defence needs to come up and push and pressurise. Great kick, clearance kick by Adrian Garvey, and then pressure by Natasha Olsen-Thorne. Great tackle out wide. Now Japan having to work hard to rebuild their game. Hong Kong need to realign and get their defensive structure sorted. But again, great ball control by the Japanese girls. Great ball carrying, and now they've got some control and continuity on their game, playing up on the gain line. Great tackle there in midfield. But Marco Wu, the referee, are judging the Hong Kong girls to be in front of the back foot and offside. Well, what a frenetic 5 minutes, King.
Yeah, absolutely, and those two replacements coming back on, particularly the number 8 from Japan, which I keep constantly talking about, but she put a big hit in right at the start from that kickoff, and I'm sure she's added a lot of energy straight away to for her teammates. So number 80 Minamar coming on for Japan. Again, I'm going to have to look at the jerseys. Can't see the numbers that have gone off with the conditions as they are, but certainly Minamar coming on for Japan, number 18, and having an immediate effect of dislodging the ball from Hong Kong in their 22. And you'll see that Claire Forster and also Lolo have also come on as well for Hong Kong.
Great off the top ball again by Japan. There she is, the prominent individual. She's been on the bench for 10 minutes, so she's fresher. Hong Kong girls have to go, oh, what a great offload and what a great try. What a fantastic try by that dominant figure for Japan. Matatoga, fantastic line off the 10. We've seen them be pretty prominent. We've seen it be prominent over the first 20 minutes of the game. However, the Marco,
I think they may have actually seen something possibly after the trial was scored. Maybe they're discussing something there, or maybe there's something that happened.
but certainly what a fantastic try for Japan. Prominent individual, been on the bench for 10 minutes, so coming back on with fresh legs. Huge influence on this game, getting over the gain line for the first try, scoring the second try, and indeed scoring the third try for Japan. Just while we looks as though Marco Wu is going for his pocket. There's been an infringement after the try was scored. And indeed, the yellow card being issued to Sung Sham for some misdemeanor after the try was scored. So Hong Kong down to 14 girls for the next 10 minutes. Okay, and as it settles down, this number 8 for Japan, a huge influence on their performance so far.
Yeah, and I'm sure, you know, the 10 minutes that she had off on the sideline, that I'm sure she was fuming, and straight away she's added that big hit from the kick-off and that run from the line out as well. She must have beaten about 5 or 6 players just then, so I'm sure she'll be wanting to do that again.
Yeah, certainly in these conditions, the Hong Kong defence needs to ensure they go in low on runners that calibre. But again, deservedly so. I think Japan taking the lead, having been down to 13 men, so conversion to come. And in these conditions, as you said earlier, very difficult conditions. So the score remaining at Japan 15, Hong Kong 12, with 20 minutes of this game to go, and indeed a penalty being awarded back on halfway for the infringements in the in-goal area, and Hong Kong down to 14 men. Girls, I should say. Apologies. It's an opportunity again for Japan to build their attacking platform. Decide to tap and go. She goes again. Ball carrying up the 10-metre line. Matatoga, fantastic ball carry. And again, a substitute coming on there for Japan, but great continuity.
Nearly stolen by Candy. You see the intensity that Japan are bringing now to this game, and got all 15 back on.
Matatoga again, big influence, lovely offload, pulling 2 or 3 defenders in from the Hong Kong back line. Looking at the turnover there, but unfortunately Chrissy Gordon being adjudged not to have released in the tackle and then playing the ball, so penalty to Japan. A player that is having a huge influence for me in this second half is Yamamoto, the number 10 for who's kicking to touch now. Fantastic for 20 minutes after half time. Been told, I think, to get up and play the game line. She's taking a flatter ball and she's bringing runners onto the ball like Matatogo. Fantastic running lines, and she's having a big influence on the way in which Japan approached the second half. So ball coming in to a dominant Japan line out. And see them fantastic win again and looking to build and drive. Good defence by the Hong Kong pack. Ball clear. And there's been a few substitutions. We'll come back to those in a moment, Kane. Great ball. Again, flat ball. Number 23, Ito, coming onto them, having an early touch. Presenting the ball well. And again, look how flat the Japanese girls are taking the ball now, staying on the game line, challenging the Hong Kong defence. Another substitute having a prominent influence on them with a nice ball carrying there. Minama, Udemama. Again, great pressure there by Chrissy Gordon. Number 8, the ball being spilled, and patience there. just as I was saying how influential, just an unusual mistake, not a mistake that we've seen from the number 10 for Japan in this second half. Huge influence. Yamamoto having a huge influence on this game. So Lindsay Varty coming on at number 9. Number 21, Lindsay Varty, sister of Rowan Varty. Unfortunately, he's not playing for the men's team at the moment, but brother and sister playing at international senior level. So Lindsay Varty at the feed. The Hong Kong scrum under enormous pressure by the Japanese. Hong Kong been down to 14 men. Great turnover by Japan, and there's a huge opportunity here. Crossing, so a great turnover and then a crossing scene. So a bit of light relief for the Hong Kong team. We'll see Maggie Poon come in to maybe clear the lines, although there's a long kick again from under the sticks. Maggie Poon walking over now. Hong Kong not keen to pace this game up, being down to 14 men. However, it looks as though Lindsay Varty's getting the 2 pods, as we call them, the 2 4-man, 4-girl pods, offered to play away from trouble. So carried in by Amelie Sewer. Good little offload. Ball carry, great play. And there's the penalty coming again at the contact area. And Japan going off the feet. They're challenging for the ball. I think, to be fair to both teams, it's very, very difficult to be staying on your feet. I know we're going to see another yellow card. I think that Marco, as harsh as it is, there is another prominent individual going off and throwing the ball into the line out all game. So Suzuki being yellow carded there, so it'll be interesting with the next few lineouts who will take those responsibilities on of throwing in. Number 7 been thrown into the line out all game. Again, harsh as it is, I think that Marco Wu has given a general warning to Japan for going off their feet. So anything now with players going off their feet or killing the ball at the contact is going to result in a yellow card for Japan. So Hong Kong, Royce Chan, a veteran of the game in Hong Kong, full-time 7s playing 15s, unusual in these day and age for a 15 soccer playing 7s, but she's been a fantastic servant of the game in Hong Kong over the last certainly 7 or 8 years, and is a dominant figure in the women's game. And going up, it's a scrappy ball, but it's the first line up with Hong Kong have won and tidied up by Amelie Sewer. Lindsay Varty in the ball away. I think BB Lee under a lot of pressure, lipped, asking Lindsay to do a little bit too much on the pass, but well supported by the pack. Great carry by Chrissy Chang into midfield. And, now she should be released in law there to allow to place the ball. Great carry there by substitute Xiong Li on for Hong Kong. BB Lee with a bit of footwork and carry. Amelie Sewer acting as a dummy half. I think you'll see a pick and go around the back here, supported by Royce Chan. Great counter tackle there, number 8. Matatoga prominent in defence now. Hong Kong trying to build, what a great entry, great counter up there by Matatoga again, prominent in defence now, really working hard. And there's what Kane Jury's been asking for all day, is Maggie Poon into the slot, pressurised. Great pressure by the Hong Kong girls. I think we're going to see a penalty for holding on the floor. Tap and go by Chrissy Chan. Chrissy Golden. So momentum coming into this game with a 14-girl Hong Kong team playing exceptionally well, chasing the game a little bit as we move into the last 10 minutes of the game. And there's a great turnover there by Japan, right on the front foot by number 12, Batatuvalo. Great turnover, being scrappy now, and unfortunately a little knock on at the contact area, giving a bit of a respite gain to the game, and head and feed to Hong Kong. And just before I hand over to Kane for a few comments, just a substitution there. Dailo Lai coming on for Hong Kong in place of BB Lee, who's had a fine game, and at 19 years of age is a huge prospect for Hong Kong moving forward. She's had a fantastic season with Gai Wua Club. And what tough conditions for a young number 10 to come into the, I think, the third cap in a Hong Kong jersey.
Yeah, not even 20, she's doing a pretty good job. Also 2 substitutions as well, with Lee Ka-shim and Wing Wong coming on for both props, Tammy Lau and Karen So.
Already you can see that, Kane, you know, thanks for pointing that out in terms of the 2 props and new props coming onto the field, and you see a change in dynamic at the scrum often when this happens, so immediately we're seeing instability now. Instability at scrum time. So head and feed now to Japan, who indeed are down to 14 as well. Hong Kong, so it's 14 versus 14 at the moment. Head and feed, great ball and away. It's a great little kick with Hong Kong players short. So the foot goes to the in-goal area, covered by Dailo Lai. Oh, hasn't gone over the line, so huge pressure, and great pressure there by Japan. Great follow-up and forcing Dailo Lai into the in-goal area, and indeed allowing now Japan the head and feed at the 5-metre scrum. A huge opportunity here. It was Tasaka, the number 15 Kane then, that chased hard and put Dailo Lai under a lot of pressure. Great intelligent play by Japan.
Yeah, absolutely. There's the right tactics play in that spot as well. And excellent follow-up. Dailo doing well, going down on the ball, but just ultimately the pressure just too much. And scrum time now for Japan, and I wouldn't be surprised if the number 8 takes the ball off the back of the scrum. I'm going to go for a pushover.
I'd be very surprised if she doesn't, Kane. Very, very surprised. But Hong Kong back up to full complement of 15 players. Some Shamit coming back on, having spent 10 minutes in the sin bin. So yeah, you can see
she's ready to go.
Matatuga over in the slot. I don't think there's a bind in there. Interesting, the referee's not picking that up. There's no binding by the number 8 and allowing her to score that try. But what a fantastic try. She's had a prominent influence on this game. I can't take anything away from her. As we said, I'd be very, very surprised if she didn't picking and go in probably now. Matatuga having a massive influence, 3rd try of the game. She's had a huge influence on this game, and deservedly, without a doubt, has to be the pick of all the players on the park. So again, here, look, not binding in the wrong slot, but however the referee's not picking up, you take advantage of it. Fantastic leg drive, and over she goes, taking Dailo Lai over. But a fantastic 3rd try and a hat-trick for Matatuga in at number 8 for Japan.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, Aggie Poon just needed to really commit that tackle. She fell off that approach a little bit too easily then, and then put Dailo under a lot of pressure. But look, still got about 6 more minutes to play, and again though, if they kick this ball deep off the kick-off and pin them down there, keep themselves in the game.
So here we go, an easier kick for the Japanese number 15, Tasaka. Interesting approach, doesn't really pause, and indeed an easy kick, nicely struck, adding the extra 2 points. Moving to the last 5 minutes of the game. Seeing the try again here, lovely pick and go. Just a complete missed tackle there on the first attempt by number 14, Aggie Poon. Hong Kong to kick off. Dailo Lai straight into number 5, number 5's hands.
Box kick ready, shaping up.
And we carrying the ball up. Prominent play. Oh, unfortunately for Japan, just going out on the full. Prominent play. Inui has had a huge influence on this game at number 9. The prominent players, I think, in the Japanese team being number 9, 10. Certainly our old friend at number 8, but the evidence and the possession and the quality, Japan deserved leaders at this moment in time. 22-12. Again, Hong Kong unable to secure their own throw. And we're just seeing another knock on in the contact area. So as we move into the last 3 minutes, maybe a one or more opportunity to build the game. Significantly, Kane on that last try, that was the bonus point try as well. So in these conditions, for Japan to come away with 4 tries and secure a bonus point. It is a fantastic testament to women's rugby in Asia, and so Japan deserved it of that extra bonus point. So head and feet to Hong Kong, looking to build the base. Chrissy Gordon picking up, and there's Matatua again, getting over the ball, challenging it, slowing the ball down enough for Hong Kong to have to try and build momentum on this in these difficult conditions. Ball out to Dailolai, met with no uncertainty with double hit. Does well to recycle and does well to look after the ball. Chrissy Chung taking the ball up. Fight a real scrap on the floor. So almost you don't want that ball behind the game line. That's been a different second half, but Hong Kong playing on the back foot now and probably needs a kick, and Dailolai putting the ball up, put him under pressure, but a great offload and a great counter-attack here. Fantastic handoff, and what a look at the pace going down that far side. Oh, fantastic opportunist try. Oh, and what a fantastic try by substitute number 3, Imi Ito. Fantastic try. It was a loose, wayward kick by Dailolai, fielded really well by Tasaka, who's had an influence at fullback, and just watch this lovely little offload. Tasaka fielding it, just offload into Emi Ito. Lovely fend there on Dailolai, who put the kick in, and Candy just couldn't get back there in time. Lindsay Vardy just tackling Emi Ito over the line. What a fantastic try in the dying minutes of this game, King.
Absolutely, what a great individual try, and two good fends on 2 would-be tacklers, and we find now Japan are in a very good position, and no, they deserve it, and look, again, credit to both teams wanting to play enterprise and rugby on in conditions like this.
It certainly has been. It's been a real entertaining game. It's hard to explain to our viewers how difficult these conditions are, both under feet and handling, but we've seen lots of mistakes, of course, we have in this rain, but there's been some fantastic positive rugby and a great advert for women's Asian rugby. Conversion there, missed, wide out. Going to be a difficult day, both men and women, but here we go again. I mean, what a great fend there out wide. And what a great counter-attack, and to be scoring 5 fantastic tries like Japan have is a credit to the way in which they've approached this game. They've won the Hong Kong team. Hong Kong have remained positive. They've recovered from that heavy defeat in their first and opening game, but as we approach the end of the game, there we go, we've got Japan 27, Hong Kong 12. We're into the dying minutes of this Asian Rugby Women's Championship game 2015. Again, kicking conditions difficult, so Dailolai not quite catching that ball correctly off the kick-off. Conditions not allowing the ball to roll a great deal, and so Japan given the option to scrum back or kick again. They chose to scrum back. So
and we'll see that Ying Kur's come on and at hooker, and also JJ in the midfield.
Opportunities for the both coaching staff to make some substitutions in the dying couple of minutes. We move into added time now by referee Marco Wu. Maybe the final opportunity, final scrum. Goes in near the whistle. And plays the hooter as well in the stadium, so possibly the final play of the game. Substitutes haven't been used. Number 20, Yuki Ito, being given the last few minutes of the game.
I hope they play this, Di. I hope they keep it going.
As is Nado coming on at number 9 as well for Japan. There's the final hooter in the stadium. Scrum going down on the far side. It's been remarkable, really, in these conditions, how clean the scrum has been. We haven't seen many collapsed scrums from the girls. Been very positive in this area. scrappy. Last play of the game. Nado, the substitute at number 9 for Japan. Head and feed. Just see whether they try to play here or whether they're happy now. So pick and go then by our dominant figure. What a great offload again. Nado coming on fresh legs, wanting to prove a point. Carried up by substitute number 20, Ito. So some great. And now number 10. Fantastic game line play. Yamamoto taking the ball up. So Japan wanting a 6th try in this game, and the prominent substitutions coming into play as they build. Hong Kong having to defend fiercely here. Oh, and there's just a forward pass. Full back by referee Marco Wu. Marco Wu obviously is the adjudicator on the watch, so it's his decision whether he finishes the game at the moment. We are 2 or 3 minutes into overtime. So we'll have one more scrum with Sun Sham feeding the ball into the Hong Kong scrum. Listen again to see if Hong Kong play away from this. Great pick up by Mr. Gordon. Turnover there for Japan. The contact area, final opportunity. Oh, but again, a story of the game, I suppose, by Japan. Mark will be penalising for hands in the ruck. Midfield, Hong Kong looking to maybe tap and go and play a bit. And this is great to see, positive attitude. Not wanting to just go all out on a whimper, wanting to play a little bit and try and create a final scoring opportunity, but unfortunately going in and getting isolated, giving an opportunity for the tap and go counter attack by Japan. Hong Kong gonna have to defend this last play. Great ball carry there by number 2 Sato. Offside being called by Marco Wu on the fringes of that ruck against the Hong Kong team. Game slowing down a little bit now. Oh, and indeed that's an interesting call. They've decided to go for posts. So, interesting call at this stage of the game, having scored 6 tries and been exceptionally positive for the outcome. You might have expected them to put the ball off the field. Technically now they have signalled the posts.
So they've got time for a line out as well.
Interestingly, another concern for me is that indeed they'd opted for the kick of goal. Indeed, no time for the line out. So, what a fantastic advert for Asian women's rugby. Fantastic day at Aberdeen Stadium, not in terms of the weather, but 2 teams that came to play rugby in really tough conditions. Hong Kong coming out very positively and really performing particularly well, having had a 40-0 loss in Kazakhstan earlier, and indeed Japan come out and deservedly securing their slot and their spot in the top of Asian women's rugby with a fine win, 2 fine wins. So the final score here at the Aberdeen Stadium, Japan 27, Hong Kong 12. Kane, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, a really good game. Again, we talk about the conditions, and it's still raining. I think it's been raining for the whole 80 minutes, but Japan, the better team on the day for the full 80 minutes, and Hong Kong had their opportunities, and I felt they took them. But again, full credit to Japan, and not that long ago, like Hong Kong was still getting beaten by sort of 40, 50 points, and they're bridging that gap, and which is great to see, and testament to Chris Garvey and his coaching team, and what he's done with them in the last couple of years. So, good game.
Yeah, certainly both sides, both coaching, both performance platforms in both Japan and Hong Kong have to be pleased with what they produced today. It is difficult to explain to our viewers how tough those conditions were out there, but certainly both teams tried to play a lot of rugby, tried to actually entertain the crowd, a small crowd which grew through the game actually, and very much so, very showing their appreciation for both teams now as we look on, because they know the conditions out there were tough, and they know that these girls have worked exceptionally hard to put a showcase on. Many congratulations to the Japan team, who again are flying the flagship for certainly Asian women's rugby, 2 fine wins in this championship this year, against Kazakhstan 2 weeks ago in Tokyo, and coming to rainy old Hong Kong at the Aberdeen Stadium, and we're hoping to get some thoughts of the players.
You know, as we look on as the Asian champions for 2015, we've got to really commend AFU for organising this competition.
Okay, so we're hoping to join the guys to give you a flavour of what's gone down on the pitch side. I think we're going to be joining one of the coaching staff from Japan in the not too distant future. But just reflecting on the day, and we've got lots of rugby left to go at Aberdeen Stadium today. Indeed, the male counterparts of both sides will be running out on this very field in just over an hour's time. So the girls just walking off, but certainly the ground staff will be working hard. And I think we're just about. If I can go down and join Sean Moore on pitch side, just with the Japanese coach.
Can you tell me what the difference was in the game today?
おめでとうございます。今日のゲームは今までとどう違いましたか？なんで勝因は何ですか？
雨のこのコンディションでいつものようなハイテンポラグビーができなかったんで、後半途中までやっぱり日本のペースでできなかったというのがこういうゲーム展開になったと思います。
So weather is very
Great,
bad
thanks,
here today, and so we could not do the high tempo rugby like we did, but so we are very close up to the final stage of the game, but we could manage to win.
Okay, so now they've won the Asian title. What's next for Japan women's 15s?
これで今アジアで優勝したことになりますけど、次のターゲットは何ですか
？2017年ワールドカップ予選を突破することがターゲットになります。そのために来年のアジア WARC でまた結果を出したいと思います。
So the ultimate goal is to qualify for the 2017 World Cup, and so in order to do that, we win the next Asian game too.
Great. Thank you very much, Coach. Well done. See you next year. Back to you, Di.
Well, thanks for joining us at the Aberdeen Stadium. Here in on a wet and windy Saturday afternoon in Hong Kong. As you can see, the final result in the Asian Rugby Women's Championship, Hong Kong 12, Japan this year's Asian Champions 27. It's been a fantastic day. Please join us later for the fixture between the men counterparts. Hong Kong men play the Japan men at 4:30 at Aberdeen Stadium. Join us later for that. But thanks for now for joining us for a fantastic women's fixture this afternoon.